Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is Darrell. We are here with some NBA 2K Mobile. We got a brand new theme upon us. It is the finals theme, which means we're at that time of the year where we will have a brand new NBA champion. So it's definitely a big part of the year. You can see we have a brand new finals tourney on the top right-hand side. We have the Power Cap event going on today, and we got the upcoming events coming out for this theme. So in today's video, we will break down how to build these players. I will rank each player for each position so you can get an idea of what players you want to craft, who you want to add to your squad, and who you want to grind for as well. And then we will break down which players are the upcoming event rewards and what players are part of the set. So we got a jam-packed video, but as the title says, this is a complete guide to get you ready for the finals theme. So let's get into it. All right, so we're kicking things off with the brand new Cosmic Jasper Tony Parker. Tony Parker has a 3.5 stat average. He is the Gauntlet reward. And the stats you want to bring up are layups, dunks, defending, and agility. Next, we got Pearl Jamal Murray. He's got a 3.8 stat average. He is a craftable player. He is also a set player. And the stats you want to bring up are defending, agility, and layups and dunks. Next, we got Pearl Kyle Lowry, 3.7 stat average. Stats you want to bring up are layups, dunks, defending, mid-range, and three-point shot. Next, we got Topaz Gabe Vincent, 3.2 stat average. The stats you want to bring up are layups, dunks, defending, mid-range, and three-point shot. We got Dark Matter Nate Archibald, 3.8 stat average. The stats you want to bring up are layups, dunks, defending, and three-point shot. As far as the point guards, the best two are Jamal Murray and Nate Archibald. Now, some of these players can be better based off their gameplay. That's why it's important to determine what mentors and gears you want to use. Let's get into the shooting guards. Shooting guards are kicking off with the Plasma Court's Manu Ginobili coming at a 3.7 stat average. He's the king of the court final reward. The stats you want to bring up are layups, dunks, defending, and agility. We got Obsidian Max Strauss, 3.3 stat average. Stats you want to bring up are defending, layups, dunks, mid-range, and agility. We got a Pearl KCP, 3.4 stat average. Stats you want to bring up are layups, dunks, defending, mid-range, and agility. We got Jade Allen Iverson coming out of 4.1. This is a gem. The stats you want to bring up are layups, dunks, and three-point shot. We got a Topaz Christian Braun, 3.6. He is a set player. The stats you want to bring up are mid-range, layups, and dunks, three-point shot, and defending. We got a Dark Matter Duncan Robinson, 3.3. Stats you want to bring up are defending, layups, and dunks in mid-range. So the best shooting guards for this team are Allen Iverson and Manu Ginobili. Kicking off the small forwards is Cosmic Jasper James Worthy. This is a top-tier small forward. He's the king of the court reward. The stats you want to bring up are three-point shot and playmaking. Next, we got Obsidian Michael Porter Jr., 4.0. Definitely a gem, set player as well. The stats you want to bring up is defending. And we got a Jimmy Butler, 4.3, top-tier small forward. Stats you want to bring up are three-point shot and agility. We got a Topaz Sean Marion, 4.4, another top-tier small forward. Stats you want to bring up is mid-range and three-point shot. Bruce Brown, 3.8 stat average. You want to bring up all stats except post scoring and agility. As far as small forward, this is the best position for the theme. They're all pretty good. The top-tier small forwards will be Sean Marion, Jimmy Butler, and James Worthy. Kicking off the power forwards is Plasma Court's Karl Malone. Comes in with a 4.3, top-tier power forward, is the Gauntlet reward, and is also the set reward. The stats you want to bring up is layups, dunks, agility, and playmaking. We got an Amber Horace Grant, 3.8. This is a set player. The stats you want to bring up is playmaking, agility, defending, and layups and dunks. And last but not least, Amber Aaron Gordon, 4.1. This is a gem, king of the court reward, a well-rounded player. Stats you can bring up is playmaking and three-point shot. There were only 3 power forwards for this theme, so it's very important to try to get a power forward in order to get the 100% style bonus. The top power forward is Karl Malone, but Aaron Gordon and Horace Grant are pretty decent as well. Kicking off the centers is Plasma Court's David Robinson, 4.1. Definitely a gem. The stats you want to bring up is playmaking, mid-range, layups and dunks, and agility. Then we got Cosmic Jasper Nikola Jokic, who's been increasing with every round of the playoffs. Definitely a top-tier center. The stats you want to bring up is defending, agility, and three-point shot. We got an Amber Alonzo Mourning, comes in with a 3.9. Definitely a gem. You can focus on the stats you want to bring up is playmaking, agility, and mid-range. I definitely could have used this Alonzo Mourning for my classic teams episode. And we got an Amber Kevin Love, also a gem, Gauntlet reward. The stats you want to bring up is playmaking, agility, and defending. And then last but not least, we got Jade Bam Adebayo, 4.1 stat average, certainly a gem. The stats you want to bring up is playmaking, agility, and mid-range. So the craftable players for each tier, because I realized I didn't list that for every player earlier. Jamal Murray's the craftable player for the point guards. For the shooting guards, you got Manu Ginobili, Allen Iverson, Christian Braun, and Duncan Robinson. For the small forwards, you got Michael Porter Jr., Jimmy Butler, who can be crafted with the playoffs collectibles, keep that in mind, and then Bruce Brown. Power forwards will be Horace Grant, and then for centers, it will be Nikola Jokic, Alonzo Mourning. Now, I want to point out it's super important for you to grind this week's mini power cap event so that you're able to get 3 collectibles, because those 3 collectibles are going to help you get 2 players for the upcoming events, which is King of the Court and Gauntlet. So I definitely would recommend you craft the players that you're not going to earn as your first reward. So the King of the Court event, the first reward is going to be a power forward, Aaron Gordon. So it would make a lot of sense for you to craft Bruce Brown. It would make a lot of sense for you to use him to grind the finals tourneys. Another player that you can craft will be the shooting guard position as Christian Braun with the other 2 collectibles. Since you get 3 for finishing a power cap, mini power cap event, you can craft Christian Braun as a shooting guard so that you have Bruce Brown small forward, Christian Braun shooting guard, and Aaron Gordon as your power forward. 60% will be enough to push you through and get you that 3rd reward, which is James Worthy. And that is a very good small forward. If you don't have a good small forward in your squad, it's definitely one you want to add. And that would help you get ready for the following event, which is Gauntlet. Now, if you can continue pushing and get Manu Ginobili, that's great. But I understand that it's not always possible to push for the final event reward. And then once you go over to the next event, which is Gauntlet, you're going to go in there with 60%. And immediately the first reward for that is Kevin Love, which will give you 80% style point bonus, and that is enough to finish the Gauntlet. You can push through the Gauntlet with the 80%, and if you're able to get the 3rd reward for Gauntlet, that will be Tony Parker, which is a point guard, and at that point, you'll be able to finish the Gauntlet event with 100% style bonus, which will help you get the Karl Malone on your squad, and you'll have a lot of other collectibles which you can use to craft some players that you need to complete the set for Karl Malone in case you want to get another one. Because if you have Jokic already, you should be good. The other players would be Horace Grant, so you will need to save a lot of your collectibles to craft this Horace Grant. And as I mentioned earlier, the upcoming events are King of the Court and Gauntlet. The rewards are shown on the screen. We also listed them. We also mentioned them during the video, but it is going to include that Aaron Gordon, which will help you with the power forward position, James Worthy, which is a top tier small forward, and Manu Ginobili. And then for Gauntlet, you will get a center, which is Kevin Love. You'll get Tony Parker, and then you'll get a top tier power forward, Karl Malone, who is also the set reward. Also, a side note, the 4 playoff cards that advance have converted to finals theme, but they're also going to count for the style bonus. So Jimmy Butler, Nikola Jokic, and that's mainly the reason why you didn't see a higher tier Jimmy Butler. So that's why Jimmy Butler remained a Jade card. So as always, I appreciate all the support everyone's been showing on the channel. I switched things up with the guide video to make it a lot more faster and still give you the same amount of information. So if you'd like this format, definitely let me know down below. As always, I appreciate the support. We got more videos lined up. We have our pack opening dropping soon as well. So I'm pretty excited. I will catch everybody in the next video. Peace out.